Hi, fashion dolls. It is Wednesday, January 1st, and welcome to our season 19 premiere of Style by Stevie. And as you guys can see, I am feeling platinum today. So, kicking off the new year and the new season with one of my amazing guests. He was on the show year last year in 2024, and he is back today for his second interview and to dish on the real life and reality music house. So I'm super excited to be getting into that. Welcome, Fashion Dolls, to the premiere. It is all things platinum. All things platinum, as you guys can see, and I am feeling it. I love it, and I hope you guys are as well too. I told you it is out with the blue and purple, and this year it's all about the platinum, I love. So let's kick off this season, this year in 2025 with a healthy, prosperous start with our very special guest, Fashion Dolls, Black Boy George, or J. Brown. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? And excited as I am, we made it. Give yourself a pat on the back. It has been a hell of a year, 2024, and we are back with a vengeance in the year 2025. So I want you guys to come into this year with something amazing on your mind. And whatever was in 2024, leave it there. So a very special thank you and shout out goes to my brother K Tukes. Make sure you guys please go and check out the K Tukes spot. Do y'all like the new set? I love it. I love the new everything. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I told you guys that I wanted all things platinum. So without further ado, let's welcome back to the dollhouse, J. Brown. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Happy 2025.
Yes, happy New Year. It feels like just long ago we did our interview last year, and
Yes,
now you're back for your second interview.
yes.
So, 2025, we are officially
We are.
here. Now, we did our conversation back last year, and we were talking about your EP, your album, and being on the show Real Life and Music, which we'll get into because looks like it's some new faces, some new cast members on
Yes.
this right here, on this franchise, which is the house, the Real Life Music House. So we'll be getting into that pretty soon. But before that, how did you spend your Christmas holidays? How were your Christmas holidays so far?
So actually, it's been really dope. I got to kick it with the family. So I spent it around family just throughout the entire time. Shout out to my nephew Ziggy. And my niece Miss Tessie. We had really a lot of fun. That was probably like the best, along with my brother, Lil Vay, Big Vay. You know what I'm saying? Big Vay, as he liked to be referred to as. Big Vay. Shout out Big Vay. But yeah, that for my Christmas, I remember me and him. We went downtown to River Street, Savannah, Georgia, together. So and that was a great bonding moment. I think this is one of the first Thanksgivings, Christmases, and New Year's that I've done here in Savannah in years. And then it's been all of the siblings here, and then my sister, she has her two kids, which are our niece and nephew. So they're very spoiled. They never know which uncle house they're gonna be at or which uncle they're gonna be with. But a lot of splitting of time, around the mom's family. I enjoy myself. Even last night, just being with family, for New Year's.
Yes,
Like I didn't go out. I wanted to go out, but I just ended up staying in the house. I prayed to myself, and then now you see me here today. Now I'm out at the mall with the cakes, doing Mr. Cake Me Happy. It's been a slow day, but it's been a great day. Because I'm out here empowering the people to just
yes,
for 2025 and thrive. We're thriving this year. We're no longer surviving. We're thriving. We're shining our brightest. Doing our biggest, our bestest, knowing we are worth it. And God said, "Dream your biggest, bitch."
absolutely. Absolutely. Welcome. Hi, Ashley. Before we wrapped and we did our end of the year show with Stephen Voice, Ashley was the interview that we did before Christmas. So a very special thank you to Ashley Ray Winkles. She is also in the film for Vega Martinez, The Burden of Nine Lives, which is out on Amazon Prime. So make sure you guys please go and check it out now. It is hot, it is fire. So you started the show off by saying thriving. Thriving is the key thing for 2025.
Mhm.
What are some other things that you would like to give to people as we head into this new year? It's a new beginning. Like when I woke up, what did I do yesterday? I went shopping. I treated myself after I did that show during the Christmas holiday break, closing out the year with Stephen Voice. I must say that yesterday I had a great time. I had a great time. We got in kind of late, but I woke up and I had to pay for it. I said, you know what? You got to do this. You got to stay dedicated and devoted. So, what are some things that you would give to people heading into the new year of 2025?
I want to tell people they're worth it. I want to tell people you're loved. It's okay to be selfish this year. It's okay to put yourself first. Think about you. You don't always have to do things inspired by it being for your family or by your family. You don't have to wear the burdens that don't belong to you. You don't have to wear responsibilities that you shouldn't be responsible for. So, I know a lot of times, a lot of us were made to just take on all of the weight, but this year, let that shit go. Let the weight off. You know what I'm saying? Any weight that don't belong to you specifically that you created, it's okay to leave that weight right there in the bag. Leave it in the bag and drop it right there. You know what I'm saying? And continue on your journey and be the best you doing what's best for you. A lot of people may not agree with what you want to do for you, but who cares?
Exactly. And I was telling someone just today, I said, 2025 is now the year for you to actually say how you feel.
Yes,
Be open, be honest.
yes,
Don't hold back. Whereas in 2024, we were afraid to say certain things. Now just put it on the open. Let your emotions be known. Let people know exactly how you feel. And that would be my advice to anybody as we head into this new year. We are officially here. And I thank you guys so much for your text messages, for your phone calls. My phone has been off the hook this morning with Happy New Year's. So thank you so much. And thank you, Ashley. Yes, I told you guys for this season, I wanted something different. The theme was platinum. Last year was more so royalty. 2024 was royalty, which was why you seen all the purple and blue. But I said, you know what? We need to start off on a clean slate. I'm taking a page from Beyonce's playbook and I'm doing silver. I want everything platinum because you guys are platinum to me. You guys bring me joy. You guys bring me happiness. You guys keep me uplifted on days when I'm down. So
yes.
a special thanks to all of you. So I appreciate it 100%. Now going into 19 and still going, still keeping
Season
this
19.
platform flourishing. Yes, and kicking it off with J Dot. It's amazing. So thank you all so much for your unconditional love, your support, going back and catching the replays, everything. I totally appreciate it. So you have some things coming out now. I went and I seen the flyer, and now Real Life and Reality Music is doing the Real Life and Reality Music House.
Yes,
So,
a
what can
spin-off.
we expect from you this season? It looks like it's a lot of new blood, a lot of new faces. So, what do you
I
expect
have to put
this
my
season?
shades on for this one. I gotta put the shades on for that one. So yeah, so real life and reality, we're having our first spinoff show. Shout out to production, real life
Yes.
RLR. We're having the House of Music, which is going to be starring Bando. Shout out to Bando, as well as Chrissy. Who else on there? Who else on that flight? Jayla, my boy Dink, then we got the liar, and then and the liar could sing very well. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna enjoy the liar because he does sing very well. So but it's gonna be a lot of drama. It was a lot. It was 4 days of recording. Greg had put us in. Greg does the production. He put us in the house together. Over in Loganville. Shout out Loganville. We went and turned up in Loganville a little bit. And it was crazy. It was crazy. Shout out Spanky. You know what I'm saying? Spanky, he's in a rehab center right now, but he'll be coming home soon. I'm wishing you all the best in your rehab. Shout out Karma. Karma came through the house, and turned it into a storm, as always. Karma the storm. So Karma was Karmaing. But it was a lot. 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 It was a lot of more times, a lot more I hated than I liked, but but in the end, on a Sunday, we did have our day of perseverance, our day of putting everything to the side. So, you will get a good episode, on the last day, and probably the first day, because I hosted the first event, and cooked for everybody. So, and I had my cakes on deck. I had the cakes on deck. The brownie, that was one of the best brownies I made too. So, that was probably the best brownie I made. It's bad when you can be like, that was the best brownie I made. I ain't made that brownie since. But but that brownie was good. That brownie is what they kept everybody calm. When I tried to get them calm. So but it was dope. Real Life in Music presents the House of Music, and it's going to be a very dope show starring Black Boy George.
And speaking of cakes, your cake business, Mr. Cake Me Happy. I'm feeling Black Boy George's energy and honesty. And that is one thing a lot of people have said to you since then watching the show. What are some of the responses that people have been messaging you and saying to you since then watching the show?
A very honest. I'm brutally honest. So I give a lot of honesty. A lot of things that people can misinterpret or misconstrue. You have a lot of people like to attack the honest people.
Oh, yeah.
So people like to attack the honest people about being honest. You can't tell a person how to respond. But I did learn that when you know better, it's okay to it is okay to do a little better. It is okay to act a little better. It is okay to not get as muddy with people who want to be in the mud. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, when people slinging mud and dirt at you, I know it's easy for it to hurt our feelings. I've had moments where I've offended people, but in all honesty, it's been a lot of the people that you would have thought were offended that was like, no, that person disrespected you to the mud. Shut out the Queen Tosh Boogie. You know what I'm saying? She know what I'm talking about. A lot of people will say, what they want to say and then tell you how you should respond to a person. And I don't think that's fair, but I did learn that moving into 2025 and thriving, if I can mind it and push it to the side, then I won't even then I put on my hater blockers and just act like I don't even see you. Sometimes the best response,
It's no response. Exactly.
yeah, sometimes the best response is no response. Because sometimes we as people we're so over giving and so over caring, and we're so non we like I said, you can't tell a person how to respond, so you may respond, and it might come off as your responses was just the final, it was the nail in the coffin. And what the person said to you to get you to respond isn't even, nobody even cares about it. They'll be like, oh, well, they called you whatever. Okay, well, they look at strong people as sometimes not having feelings. A person say, well, if you could talk about being molested, then how can you care about if a person call you, say you was a person that got child molested? Like, how does that really work? Like, first off, you think that just because I was touched on that you could just call or say any crazy thing to me, or you think
Right.
just because I'm gay and I own up to the word, I could own the F word. You think that I just would want you to just call me the F word? Like, even if I call myself the F word and I'm kicking it with my friends and we're of the same community and we're calling each other, you think that I want an outsider to come into my community that don't come into my community? You think I want an outsider to just come look at me and then just call me that word, and you think I should just be fine with it? How does
No.
that work? But because people don't know how that works, this year I'm gonna practice just doing this.
No
No
response. Exactly.
response. Yeah. You ain't
It's an
even worth the response.
adage that goes like this that says, you are what people call you. You
Yes.
are what you respond to. And certain things do not need a response. I haven't
Yes.
had any beefs and I haven't had any rifts with anybody. Yeah, I've had my falling outs or whatever, but I keep it pushing and I keep it moving. And so far, I've stayed in my lane. I've stayed focused. So there is not a time where you will not hear me, Miss Stevie, in any beefs or anything or rift with anybody. Or if I did, I didn't know about it. that there was some tension. But other than that, stay where you are focused. Stay
Yeah.
in your lane and do
So
not respond, which is speaking of staying focused and business. Now, we were in the process. I just got done with getting ready and everything, and J Dot was working. So while we're doing this interview, he is working. He is promoting his brand, he is promoting his business. Mr. Keep
on
Me
that.
Happy. So even during the Christmas holidays, I've seen some of your work as well too. Amazing. So what was it like being able to cook with family? I know it was a lot being able to see all of your relatives because last time we were here when we did our interview last year, you were talking about having siblings and a lot of brothers in your
Hmm.
community, cousins as well too. So what was it
Hmm.
like being able to cook for family? Because I know you have family that you didn't even know you had coming down,
Yeah.
and it's a lot, and having to cook for everybody.
Yeah.
That's why I told you guys when before we went into the holiday break, even Thanksgiving, my mom said she is not cooking because my brother and his girlfriend and my nephew they were expecting to get something when they came down here, and then my baked macaroni and cheese. But for you, what was it like being able to bake for all of your relatives?
Well, thankfully, I do have my mom's, and my mom's most definitely was. She's most definitely still cooking.
Yes.
You know, she cooked yesterday. Our family won't make it if my mom ain't cooking no food. But I got to make the desserts. And I have a little brother. My little brother, Big Bay. He is like the best. He got a mom that cooked great, and then he has a dad that cooked great. And he embodied both. And he sometimes he out sees them. So I know my mom's gonna feel a little offended by that, but I've told her, I said, baby, he need to be making the macaroni and cheese, so he's made the macaroni and cheese for us because his macaroni and cheese is the best macaroni and cheese. It makes you slap your mama and be like, Mama, why you made the macaroni and cheese like this? Like, Mama, this is how you should make the macaroni and cheese. Yeah, yeah. She looked at me crazy, like I was like, here, taste it. I was like, it's my fault. Like he made it, like it was good. But my uncle, he loved the Oh, they was getting messed up on this one yesterday. Oh, I had them messed up at the party yesterday. Yes, and then I ain't told them what was inside of it. So they were just sitting there just eating, just eating. They was like, Gerard, this cake is good. This cake is good, Gerard. You know what I'm saying? Then before you know it, they just slumped.
Knocked out is so good to him. And then the secret recipe, I'm not going to ask what's in it, but I'm just going to say it's made with love. You put your
Love.
life into this. And seeing your TikTok videos of you drizzle, like Tosh said in the comments, like she just said, you drizzling the sauce on the cake and handing it to your family members. And they're literally loving this. They're loving it. It's happy. When you bring pastries or any sort of dessert, it brings a sort of happiness to people. Desserts do that to people. So you make your cakes and desserts with love. So that's all
Shout
we
out
need
to
to know.
anybody in the mall. I'm in the mall right now. I know the drizzle bottle somewhere in the mall. So I ain't grabbed the drizzle bottle from wherever I just left that. So shout out to whoever got the drizzle bottle because they be going happy whenever I leave the drizzle bottle somewhere. Somebody just sent me a $50 cash app the other day. They was like, baby, I just found a drizzle bottle. I just want to let you know I'm gonna be keeping this for you, but I'm gonna go ahead and send you some money and you have a nice one. So shout out to whoever got the drizzle bottle. Just make sure you cash app. This year we wearing green. You know what I'm saying? Green. This year is the year of green. I just want that pay. I
Oh
just
yeah.
want the paper. You know what I'm saying? I just want the money. You know what I'm saying? I've worked hard. I've worked hard for the last 5 years. I'm gonna pat myself on the back.
Yes.
Sometimes you ain't got time to wait on other people to pat you on the back. Sometimes you ain't got time to wait on people to tell you that you're successful. Sometimes you ain't got time to wait on people to tell you that you have been doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? You deserve what's coming to you. God recognizes what you've been doing, and I want you to know that you've been doing a great job, and you got this. Continue to do it. Pat your own self on the back and smile. Smile for yourself. Don't wait on your mama to smile. Don't wait on your daddy to smile. Don't wait on your sisters and brothers, your girlfriends and boyfriends, in your community
That
of
part.
people that you see every day, your friends that you've been hitting on Facebook and Instagram. Tell them they know what you got. They know that you've been doing your thing and that people been supporting you and that they ain't been supporting you. But let me tell you something. It's going to be the people that you don't know that's going to support you the most. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be the people that you don't know that's going to be standing on the front row seat, sitting there watching you. You know what I'm saying? Cheering you on. Those are going to be your biggest supporters. those are going to be the people that's going to lead you into the next season. Those are going to be the people that's going to sign the biggest checks that you're going to ever have. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be the people that you didn't know. It's going to be the people that's sitting there that have been watching you just like this the whole time. You know what I'm saying? They've been watching you just like this the whole time, just waiting, you know what I'm saying, for when they was going to invest in you because they already know it. They like, I got something for that person. That person right there, I'm going to invest into that person right there. I got something. I'm going to take that person to the next place they want to go. And you don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? You probably pass by the person all the time, every day, and don't even know that person been watching you, and they're going to sign your biggest check. They're going to fund everything it is that you got coming. So just keep doing what it is that you're doing because it's not going unnoticed.
Absolutely. And more importantly, reap the benefits, reward yourself. And I was telling someone when I did my interview with Terry T. Miles back in 2024 for season 18, that was one question that I asked him. If you guys go back and watch that interview, I asked him, I said, you put so much work into your craft because he produces, he writes, he makes films. I said, how do you reward yourself? How do you treat yourself after a long day? What do you do on your day off? Treat yourself. And that's what I did yesterday. I went shopping, me, my mom, and then my aunt. We all went shopping yesterday and we treated ourselves. And of course, I splurged. I went in Ulta Beauty, I went in Victoria's Secret, and I in Forever 21. I had a great time.
Forever
So,
21,
I said,
the biggest
yes,
sale. But they have
yes. And
sales
think
like
about
y'all. They had the whole store on sale here in Savannah. And anything that had a sale price on it was automatically $5. Yes, I got
I
bags
found
too.
I found a top there yesterday. I found a top for $5 yesterday. So see, go check out those sales, y'all. But yes, reward yourself. Tasha, she went to go get a mani pedi. That's a thing.
I
Self
gotta
care
get
and
a petty. I ain't had a petty in years. I got to get a petty.
treat yourself. I'm telling you, J Dot, you got to treat yourself. You reap the benefits. You do music. You write. You're on the hottest show right now, Real Life and Reality Music House, which is the sequel to the other one.
The
Listen,
spinoff.
the spinoff.
Yeah,
Make
the
sure that you
spinoff.
guys are pouring into yourselves in 2025. We give so much of ourselves and it's human nature. It's to the point where when someone calls us, we're on demand 24/7. So make sure that you guys are pouring into yourselves as well too, and you're reaping those benefits back. So even for me, how I came on today was because I took that time off after the holiday break, after I did that last show closing out 2024 with Stephen Voice, and we did it to like what 5:30. We did it to 5:30, and then he had to go somewhere. But another engagement here. J Dot, I wonder what your feet look like. Ah,
Don't wonder that. You know what I'm saying? I hate my feet. I already hate my fingers. You know what I'm saying? People be loving my fingers, but I hate my fingers. Like, I can't even add polish to these because they'll just be so more noticeable to me. So, so that's probably another reason. I don't want to go to the Chinese people and the Chinese people be sitting there whispering behind my back. You know? But I have clubbing fingers, so I have clubbing fingers. So, they're very big. People always made fun of them. I used to always be very, very. I used to always wear gloves to hide them and stuff like that. But I've gotten more comfortable over the years to say I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? I can't possibly care about something that I can't control. It's my fingers. So, so shout out to my fingers. Some people say they look scary. They make all kind of jokes and names about them. I've heard everything, so I don't even care. Once you heard everything, it don't even phase you anymore. You could just wear it. Once you've heard all the diss, then you got to just step into it and just know that you're the shit. And I'm the shit. Yeah.
and that you are exactly because you, like I just said, you do it all. You give so much of yourself. So those hands come from hard work because you bake, you have your business, you are out here writing, producing, you got your music, you're on the show. So you have a lot. You have a lot. And see, if you go and you check out Mr. Cake Me Happy here on the gram, you can see some of the cakes as well too. And that's just one of them. Tosh says, but can you kick rocks with them toes?
Girl, I can kick rocks. I can kick boulders. I can kick a house down. You know what I'm saying? I can kick some good sand at the beach too. Shout out this year. I'm going to a beach. The beach in California got my name on it.
Oh yes. Yes, and you'll love it too. I've never been to Cali, but I have friends out there and they say that it is very, very nice. So treat yourself again. Take a trip. Treat yourself, pamper yourself. As Tosh just said in the comments, manicure, pedicure, shopping, getting your hair done. Those are ways that we can relax and just take care of ourselves into the new year. So 2024 was all about okay, getting things done. 2025 is like our rest and reset era because every year that you go into a new year, it's like you press that reset button and you're having to re-strategize and calculate, okay, what am I going to do now? So continue to focus on your business, but mostly make sure that you're pouring into yourself because again, it's like human nature. We give so much of ourselves to the world, but we have to make sure that we're pouring into ourselves as well too. Love, love, love y'all. Love you too, girl.
Love you, Tosh.
She always comes through. She always shows support. So
Yeah,
definitely
she's
go
one of the biggest.
out. Love Tosh. Love her.
Yeah.
And send my love to Lady Monet, Queen of Reeds. I love her too. Love her. Sending her all my love. So yes, going into the year 2025, we are officially here, y'all. They were already popping fireworks last night next door. And I had jumped because I didn't know what it was, and I seen the lights and everything. But go out, celebrate. We're now into the year 2025. Pop a bottle and just enjoy.
Yes.
Now, it's going to be hard work. We're going to have some work. We're going to have some trials and tribulations, but don't let that stop you. This is the year to get that business you wanted to get started off the ground. Don't wait. Remember, I told you guys I did a vision board? I did my vision board back last year. And it seems like so far, almost every year that has begun, everything on that vision board is now coming to fruition. And I'm looking on my vision board, and one of the words on the board is evolve. And I must say that I most definitely have taken time to evolve and change the way I do things. Whereas if you're hosting a platform, you're always on demand and on call 24/7. Like right after this, I have another engagement. And then I have to get right on that article for Original Magazine UK. So I wear so many hats, not just hosting this platform, but I'm also one of the writers for a publication based in the UK, Original Magazine UK. I'm work for the fashion house. So it's a lot. And then hosting this platform and then having to do other appearances on other platforms. Like Dev Martell invited me to make an appearance on his show. So make sure you guys please go and check out the Dev Martell show. If you're on YouTube, definitely go and check it out. Great what he's doing. Shout outs to OME Pro, Roger Amius Jr. So this is the year. This is the year. Don't wait. Do not wait. The time is ticking now. If you had a
Yeah.
dream about starting a business or baking or fashion or hosting a platform, whatever it may be, get out here and do it. Don't wait. And I had someone ask me, well, Miss Stevie, how would I go about doing this? Just do it. Everything is going to be trial and error at first. And even when I started, because I started right after high school, and I'm now 31. So with years of growth and experience of hosting this platform, I've come a long way from my teen years into now being in my 30s. So I'm well equipped for the job. And that would be my advice to anybody. Start off young. A lot of models have gotten discovered and signed at 13 and 14 years old. And this is what
Yes.
I was telling Ashley. Ashley's a bit younger than me. She's 22. Ashley's 22 years old. And I've come to find out. So I'm like, okay, now instantly I go in big sister mode. When somebody is younger than me, big sister mode kicks in because you have a little bit more experience in the business. You have a little bit more tenure. And I'm pretty sure J Dot here has that same mindset as it pertains to taking someone under their wing and watching out and looking out and shadowing them.
Yes.
So I don't mind. So this is the year we help each other out. And I was having this same conversation with my mom yesterday as it pertains to ringing in the new year. And just an outlook, don't be afraid to ask for help. Because I always it's in our heart, it's in our DNA to help people all the time. But make sure that you are also taking some of the pointers that you give to them as well too. Take those pointers because if we help each other out, it's like vice versa. So this year, I want you to come in healthy, prosperous, with your mind already made up. And as J. Dot just stated a few minutes ago before we opened, uh, I want you guys to also be mindful and not care what people have to say about you. 2024, we were caring about what people had to think about us. I know me, I was one of my own worst
Worst
critics. And
critics. Yes. Woo.
you can go back and critique yourself or watch certain things.
Yes.
And I would do that. I would go back and I would watch my interviews. K Tooks knows. He's in the comments. He knows. And I would say, brother, why can't I get my platform like this? Why don't I have the same thing that this person has? Or people expect me to be like another person. And I'm just like, no, he told me this. You have your personality. You have what makes you unique and what makes you different from the other cast hosts. So Miss Stevie is not going to be like a TTB. TTB is not going to be like a Miss Stevie. T.S. Madison is not going to be like a TTB or a Miss Stevie. Craig is not going to be like T.S. Madison. So everybody has their own personality. You just have to find what works for you. And even for me and my brother K Tooks in the comments, people were thinking that there was a rift between us, and I'm pretty sure J Dot can relate to that, where you're working with a lot of artists and you have a bond with them, you're cool, and people start creating this rivalry. And it's just like it's nothing there. We support each other. People were
Yes.
thinking that no. If you're thinking what we think you're thinking, no. We support each other because I've went on his platform and he's interviewed me and he's come on my platform and he's coming on my platform again this year for the new season. So it'll be next month. He's coming on, but he will be on the platform. And there is no risk. So I want to get that out there. Misconceptions is something that we need to leave behind in
Yes.
2020, like a
Yes.
bad fashion trend. Because when you
Yes.
assume, you make an ass out of yourself. So let's not go into this year with assuming. Make sure that you sit down, evaluate, and have a conversation with a person before you jump to conclusions. And that's something that I've had to work on years. Because if you guys know me, you know the Scorpios. Scorpios and Libras. My mom's a Libra. Libras are very, very stubborn. Scorpios, we're a little bit more, we're like wild horses. It's hard to read us. It's hard to read us in our energy. If you tick us off and take us there, we'll go there. But that was in my yeah, I would have met the old Miss Stevie, but when I started this platform, I'd be ready to curse somebody out. I'd be ready to fight. But now that I'm 31, it's like a light bulb goes off. Okay, girl, you got too much to lose, and that person can gain so much more just from that. So now I've just learned to meet them at their own energy. God bless you. I've taken the
God
Mariah
bless
Carey approach, and I
you.
just say, God bless you, honey.
Yes.
And I just keep smiling, and I will do it with a smile. Because you can't carry that anger on with you. Anger is not good for you. It does nothing great for the skin. It does nothing great for your body. And I was just having this conversation with my mom last night. Something made her so angry. Like she was angry. And it seemed like I was the only person, myself and my grandmother, that could calm her down. My brother is all the way in Charleston. And then my oldest brother's in another part of South Carolina. So I'm just like, okay, it all falls on me. Now I have to be the peacekeeper. It's so funny that the children now are taking on the roles of the parents. We're now
Yes.
having to calm our parents down when they're angry and upset. And I said, sometimes we can let our anger get the best of us. And now I'm at a point in my life where I'm just like J Dot said, don't care. You don't care. Let it go in one ear and right out the other. Don't let it bother you. If it doesn't apply to you, don't respond to it. And that is something that I've learned. If it's not pertaining to you, don't respond to it. Because you stress yourself out and you're stressed too. Hell, where you at? So why do you guys think I come on every day? High fashion dolls, all beautiful, glowing, happy because I drink my water. I get my sleep. And when I'm in sleep mode, because Instagram now has it where you can put it in sleep mode. When y'all see that moon over my profile, y'all know I'm in sleep mode. I get to my rest. And I get up every day at 3 a.m. I don't know what it is that drives me to get up at that time. But the things that I do is I pray and I do morning affirmations. And one of the affirmations that I say to myself is this, and I want you guys to do it too. I say it every day in the mirror. I am surrounded by people who uplift me. I am surrounded by people who see the best in me and who want the best for me. So those are some of the affirmations that I say to myself getting up in the morning every day. So that's why I'm so calm and so zen now. Whereas before, I was like a firecracker. I'd be ready to fly off the handle. I'd be ready to curse somebody out. I'd be ready to fight. And it's just like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You got a whole lot to lose. And this person can gain everything because they got you there. They took you to a place where you're angry. They took you to a place where you're upset. But sometimes a good ass whooping is needed. And that's what my mom said last night. She said that, and I just chuckled. I just laughed at it. I said, Lord, what am I going to do with you? It's so crazy because you would be thinking the parents would be trying to encourage the child to calm down, not the child vice
Gotta
versa.
encourage
But
the parent.
but mom is mom. Moms are going to do what they do, and that is protect, that and nurture. Our mothers are the most precious things in the world to us. Like they say, diamonds are a girl's best friend. The most precious diamond that we can have in our life is our mothers. And we sometimes, I feel, as we take them for granted. So I'm blessed to have my mom at 20 years old. We're going to say 20 years old because I don't want to say her real age. I want to still live and be able to do about 30 more seasons of this show. So we're just now got a 19, but that's what I was telling my mom. I said, I don't need you out here cursing people out, fighting. But yes, something made her so mad. It just took over her. And I told her, I said, you can't let your anger get the best of you because when that person has gotten you there, you're the one getting sick and you're feeling bad. And all of these things just start to happen. It doesn't go your way, but they just start to happen. So we got to learn to get out of our own way. And I've heard Mary J. Blige say that we got to get out of our own way. We can't let what people think of or say or feel about us, even when you're a truth teller, because J Dot is a truth teller. I've seen clips of you on the show. And when you're real, when you're unapologetic, when you're outspoken on things, or when you're calling out the obvious. I said what he said and what Karma, the situation with J Dot and Karma was wrong on both ends. I held them both accountable. But at the end of the day, they both took accountability. And that's the first step to being a grown adult is accountability. Hold yourself accountable. And I'm so glad that I have people as well as J Dot in his corner as well too that will tap you on the shoulder or text you and pick up that phone and say, you might want to reconsider that,
Yes, that was
or
cringeworthy.
don't put that out there just yet, or you're gonna regret it sooner or later. And they're sitting there in the bushes waiting to say, I told you so. That's
Yes.
what real friends are for. So you have them in your life, and I'm thankful for that. So I want you guys to go into the new year happy. Don't worry. Whoever's in office, whoever won, whoever's in office, let me tell you, there's only one king and chief. And I was telling my girl Simone this. Simone texted me. I said, Simone, I'm scared. Shout outs to my girl Simone Jones. She is an actress, beautiful. She's in my sister group of 7 women, myself, Ro Underwood. We've got Angela, we've got Clara, we've got Kendra, and shout outs to my girl Kendra Shanae. Today is her birthday, so if you guys see her, wish her a very special happy birthday when she
Happy
comes
birthday.
in. Um, I texted Simone because I couldn't get in touch with K2. I think K2 was at work at the time, and so I texted Simone, and she said, "You don't have to be afraid of anything." That was exactly what she said in that text message. She said, "There's only one person in charge. Whoever's in charge, just know that it is him. That's the president. That's the tyrant. That's our
Yes.
husband. That's our wife. He's all of that and then some. Or whatever you believe in, just know that there is something greater." So my mom, she's raised me up to be Christian and spiritual, and she told me this. She said that this person can't get away with half of the stuff that they're doing. But not just that. but also God is in charge through all of it. Let me tell you what happened to me today, and it's a minute of deja vu. So I'm trying to get guests booked for next month's interviews, and I reached out to a lot of people. I said, God, please, I just said it. I didn't say a prayer, but I just said, God, please let some of these people get back to me. Do y'all know my phone was ringing off the hook? 5 people reached out to me, and we have interviews set up, and it's a lot more coming as well too. So God works in mysterious ways. Believe that. Believe that. And a lot of people don't believe. A lot of people are not faith based or spiritual. Whatever you believe in, there is something out there, and it
There's
can be the
something out there.
universe or it can be Him. But when I
Yes.
tell y'all, I said that thing, and my phone was ringing, and 5 people messaged me back, and it wasn't at the same time, it was different times, but 5 of those people that I've reached out to, because it's a lot more, set up interviews with me. And I have one that's going to call me Friday. So it's a lot more. God is blessing me. This is my season. This is my year. And you guys are witnessing it. All of the stars are aligning perfectly. And as J. Jot just said, you are a star. So 2025 is our year to sparkle, which is why I put up the quote this morning about sparkle being the season. Every year, every day we should sparkle. Not just on New Year's, but every day we should sparkle. And what I mean by sparkle is you showcase your talent, you showcase your personality, you showcase what makes you unique and what sets you aside from other people. So this is what I want you guys to take also into the year of 25. If it does not apply to you, let it ride. Let it
Literally.
ride. Drink
Don't even
your
worry about it.
champagne.
Don't even care about it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mind the business that pay you.
If it does not pertain to
Mm,
you, sit back,
mm,
drink your champagne, drink your tea, drink your coffee,
yeah.
relax. Don't worry about it. And
Yes.
tune out what doesn't serve you. That's another thing. When the election was going on, you guys have seen me out here letting y'all know update, update after update after update after update after update after update. Let me tell you something. That was exhausting. And J Dot knows, and I think I told when K Tubes did his interview with Vega, I said, K Tubes, Vega is bothering me. But he was just like, well, why is she what did you do to Miss Stevie? Because I'll be teasing them. They're like my brothers. So I was teasing with Vega in the show. And he was just like, because the election, we know what's going on, what's coming. And when I tell you I was so exhausted, it was mentally draining having to update 24/7 on what's going on with this administration. But now I'm at a place where I'm just like, put it on the back burner. And sometimes you just have to put things on the back burner and walk away from it.
Yes.
My mom would always tell me this. She would tell me, see and don't see. Yes, we see things going on in the news, but sometimes tune out, shift the focus. And shout
Hear
outs to
no
Diva
evil, see no evil,
803.
speak no evil.
You will wear yourself out. I'm telling you, y'all. So shift that focus. Shout outs to my girl Diva 803 here on the gram. She sent me, we were talking about what was going on throughout the election, the campaign cycle. And one thing that she told me, she said, you need to do something else. You need to take a break away from this. This is really stressing you out. You're going to wear yourself out. Stress can kill you. And so she told me, put on a movie. And when I tell y'all, I have been binge watching thrillers and horror films, and I'm not even really a horror film lover like that. My mother
What are
is.
some you been watching?
Um, the ones, what did I watch? Of course, the classic Pinhead. Pinhead is one of my favorites.
Okay.
Of course, thrillers like Scream,
Okay, okay.
um,
Have
Prom
you seen
Night, 28
Terrifier?
Daily Grace. What was that? I couldn't hear you.
The Terrifier. It's the new
No,
one.
I haven't seen that.
Okay, you don't want to see it either.
Okay,
Unless
yes.
you're a
Now I
person that's really
watched.
into like the gore and blood,
Oh,
it's that movie made me, and I love horror films, but I couldn't digest that. It was too much. And then they keep making more of them because people love the gore and blood of it, but it's too much. It's like, oh my God, like this is sick. A person got to be sick.
to
Like
watch
it's
stuff like that.
yeah,
Now I can
and no
watch.
and no dis
I
no disrespect to those who are into it, but I just can't. It's too much. Like it's too evil. The mind state of it is like what?
Oh my God. And
Yeah,
then this one called The Surgeon with Anthony Montgomery, where he plays this plastic surgeon. It's like a thriller horror film. Now I could watch that. I can watch things like Scream, Scream 1,
Scream.
Scream 2. I can
Yes,
watch all of it, which is
storyline
like a
got a
thriller. You
storyline.
find out who
Yeah,
the person who's doing it
yeah,
is. So it's like they up under your nose. You talking to them, they your best friend, and in the end, they're the ones behind the mask.
yeah.
So I can watch stuff like that. The Stepfather is a great one. That it came out in what
I haven't seen
1989, I
that
want to
before. The
say.
stepfather.
The Stepfather. Yes, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I
Oh,
never heard of that.
I'm a scaredy cat. Yeah, and the Stepfather was out here going out here, unaliving all of these people. It was crazy. This dude was crazy, and he tried to off his own daughter too. So it's good. It's called The Stepfather. So definitely, that's what's been taking my mind off of everything that has been going on. And then binge watching real life and reality music with one of the stars here, J Dot. I've watched that, of course. So shift the focus. That was something that Diva told me. She says, you stay too much invested in what's going on in the news. And as a host of a platform, you're supposed to give people the truth. So I said, you know what? Let me take a break from this. And as you guys can see, I'm in a much better place because I was so angry at what was going on. Just the outcome. This was the outcome that we did not want. But hey, I've just learned some things are going to go wrong in this cabinet. I just can feel it. So we can feel it, we can see it, and we're already seeing it. So just sit back and as you watch your horror films, grab your popcorn and
Grab
watch and
your
just
popcorn and watch.
search. So that's what I'm going to do these next 4 years. I'm going to be resting, hosting this platform, educating, bringing awareness, and we're going to be having fun as we go into this crazy cycle now in the new year. But I want you guys to also keep that mindful. Turn off the news, tune out. So that's something that I wanted to give the people to. And when you tune out, you feel so much better. So
Yes.
much better. And I feel so much better. I'm happy. I feel good. So I want you guys to take that with y'all too. Let me see what Pierce and Sharon had to say. I'm still traumatized from a movie, traumatized from that movie till this day. I can't even say the name. Oh no, I'm a scaredy cat. I don't know what just took over me to make me want to start watching horror films. I guess with the climate that we're in right now, I said, okay, take something off to
Got to be
kind of
something more scarier
desensitize your
than this.
mind off. Yes. It's like the apocalypse or idiocracy. We don't know what we're heading into. It's
Idiocracy.
like a big dark hole. So yes, now
Idiocracy go
watch
crazy.
I can watch a bunch of Will Ferrell's comedy movies, a bunch of comedy movies as well too. So I'm a big Will Ferrell fan. I
Ooh,
love
Rush
Will Ferrell.
Hour. I've been watching Rush Hour. My little nephew, the kids when they see something new, they just thought Smokey was the only movie Chris Tucker ever played in from Friday. So I say, oh no, Chris Tucker got way better movies than this. So we've
Oh
been
yeah.
we've been binge watching Rush Hour 1, 2, and 3. Then I love The Fifth Element. You know what I'm saying? Watching The Fifth Element showed me where Black Boy George first got inspired from.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? When Chris Tucker was
Yes.
rocking, the little blonde hair with the thing on top. I, I
The
just knew one day I was
mountains.
yes, I just knew one day I was gonna grow up and emulate that. So I said, oh, I forgot. I always thought of doing something like this, like his style. I just thought it was fashion forward. I just thought it was so unique,
Very
and for a
yes.
guy, it was just so in between and it just served me everything. So shout out to Chris Tucker. You know what I'm saying? We don't see him in a lot of movies anymore. He's moved over into the Christian world. And he had a calling on his life. So he said that the industry didn't serve him anymore. But
Yeah.
and it be like that. Sometimes God will call you from wherever you are, and then you'll change just like that in the flip of a snap. You know what I'm saying? In a snap of a minute. So Shout out to God. Shout out to God for doing his biggest ones with
All
us
the
every day,
time.
for waking us up. He woke you up, even if you don't believe in God. You know what I'm saying? He woke you up today. You know what I'm saying? He gave you breath for you to be able to breathe.
Yes.
You know, if you got feet, you know what I'm saying? Or if you don't have feet, you know what I'm saying? It's okay because you're going to keep rolling on. You're going to keep trucking on.
Right.
You're going to keep pressing on and moving on in life. You're going to keep being strong. You're going to keep being you, gifted to be different. You know what I'm saying? Walking in your calling, trusting in your process, you know, and not worried about any other mess that don't got nothing to do with you. Even if it got to do with you, let the other people have it. Say mess, you don't belong to me. Mess, I leave you over there. Mess, you can have it. Get somebody else to do it. Find somebody else to do that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't handling that this year. This year, you say success, I am. Success, you are mine. Success, we are thriving. Success is my destiny. Success is my mindset. Success is my focus. Success is my mission. Success are the words that are coming off of my
Yes.
lips. Success are the signatures. I'm going to be signing successful signatures onto big checks. Say checks, you're mine. Checks, I welcome you. Checks, you're here. Checks, I got mine. You know what I'm saying? Affirmations, manifestations, manifesting, manifested. You have been manifested to do your biggest and your best. You got this. This is the year of you. Nobody else. The year of you.
Absolutely. And my brother K2 says y'all better speak that truth. And more importantly, walk in your purpose. If you have a calling, go after that. And I tell y'all this all the time. I'm not going to stop saying it even though it's a new year. Live life through fire. And what I mean by that is if you have a passion, if you have a dream, something that sets your soul on fire, that makes you feel good, that you love doing, it could be becoming a doctor. You go to school, you find out what classes are out there, you get involved, you take courses, you educate yourself. If you want to host a platform, I'd be happy. Myself, K2, and so many other platform hosts will be happy to mentor, to coach you, to tell you everything you need to do to get from point A to point B. Music, J Dot can get to you because we all have experience in our field, in our craft, in some sort of way. So each one teach one in the next generation. But do whatever it is that sets your soul on fire. And what sets my soul on fire is bringing truth to power and not being silenced. Speaking the truth and educating the masses is what I want to continue to do and be a vocal point for change. So we talk a lot about legacy here on our platform, but now we are stepping into our legacy in 2025. You are iconic in your own way. So I want you guys to remember that, Fashion Dolls, as we close out this show here for today. It is almost 5:30. So I want you guys to be vigilant. I want you guys to come into the year being mindful, being aware of everything that is around you. If it doesn't serve you purpose, make sure that you release it. Let it go. So before we go, J Dot, what are some words and gems of encouragement that you would like to leave with the Fashion Dolls? We are now in 2025.
Thrive. 2025 and thrive. I'm going to keep saying it. You're going to hear me say this all year. We're no longer just surviving. We are thriving. We are shining our brightest. Hold up that crystal ball right there. Hold up the crystal ball. You see that disco ball right there? You see how it's shining everywhere? That's you. That is you. That is how you will shine all year long. You know what I'm saying? Wear your crown. Wear your crown. Know that you are loved. Pat yourself on the back. You know what I'm saying? Know that you are successful. You are worthy. You deserve it. Dream your biggest. You know what I'm saying? Stop self-doubting yourself.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? We are our biggest doubters. No longer doubt yourself. You know what I'm saying? No longer doubt yourself. Know that you are worth it. Get up every day and suck all that air in. You know what I'm saying? Look to the heavens, whatever it is that you believe in. Say thank you. Just say thank you. Sometimes you don't even have to per se believe, because when God ready for to get you together, he gonna get you together. But the energy already know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes all you gotta do is wake up and say, thank you. You know what I'm saying? And whatever it is that you say thank you to, it's gonna automatically reach you. You know. So just say thank you. Thank you for the life. Thank you for everything. You know what I'm saying? Fashion dolls, I thank you. You know what I'm saying? I thank Stevie. This right here is our second interview. I look forward to so many more that's going to be coming
We're
with
gonna
us.
do
You know
it.
what I'm saying? We didn't even get to touch on everything today, but just know that everything is coming in its due season. You know, I'm wishing you all the best and more success,
Yes.
Stevie. I thank you for creating a platform for us to be able to be us and be ourselves. I thank you
Yes.
for being yourself. You know what I'm saying? I thank you for being you. You are 31 and beautiful, baby. You got this. You know what I'm saying? You are going to be continuously shining, continuously full of success, continuously making yourself happy and those who want to be in your life. And those who don't want to be in your life, we don't even care, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because it's about us. It's about us. And I love you, baby. You are gifted to be different. You are the definition of it. It took me a long time to walk into my own calling. It took me a long time to even be the leader it is that God ordained me to be for a mission that he gave me. And that's fine, because sometimes you got to go through, sometimes you live, you be confident, and then you get unconfident because you start learning more about yourself. And then sometimes you get light shined on areas about yourself it is that you're not so bright about. You know, we all have dark ways about us. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes light has to be shined and casted on those dark areas within us, so therefore we can see
Yes.
that we still got areas to grow in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still growing, you're still growing, we're still growing, but we're growing together because we all want better for each other. You know what I'm saying? If a person don't want better for you, then they're not for you. You know what I'm saying? If a person is
Let them
afraid
go.
of growing, then they don't want to grow, and you let them go, let them fall by the waistline. But those who are for you will be right there because they want to grow with you. They want to see you be your biggest. Yes.
Remember that. And to add on to what J. Dot just said, the scariest moment is always just before you start. After that, things can only get better. It's only up from here. And I want you guys to remember that. We are now in a new year. It's a new start. It's a new beginning. So let's move forward. Let's rock it and continue to keep climbing and going for it, Fashion Dolls. Joining me tomorrow, we have Billy Joseph Jr. He will be joining me. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow for our new season of Style by Stevie. We kicked off the new season here, but for a new episode tomorrow, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow with Billy Joseph Jr. I love you all. And J
Billy
Dot, let
Joseph
everyone know where
Jr.,
they can follow you
sending you
and
much
check you
love.
out, my love.
Billy Joseph Jr., we're sending you much love. Mr. Cake Me Happy is sending you guys much love this year. If you don't know, make sure you follow Mr. Cake Me Happy, just like I'm saying it. You know what I'm saying? Just like it's written right here. Mr. Cake Me Happy, where we tell them about the drip, we got the drizzle. Bitch. I love y'all. Y'all make sure y'all have a wonderful 2025 and thrive. This is our year, baby. We here. Thank you, the Fashion Dolls, Stevie, Real Life Reality. I love y'all. Check in with y'all later, baby.
Love y'all too, Fashion Dolls, and we will be uploaded to Style by Stevie Daytime on YouTube. So head on over and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care, everyone.
Oh.